What is going on? It is Flynn Patrick, and today we are outside in nature. It is a beautiful Friday morning. Oh my goodness. I am super excited to announce Basketball Infinite's Top 100 NBA Draft Big Board. It is super exciting, and just because I wanted to let out all of these positive vibes in the most efficient way possible, we are going to be out in nature while we release our current top 100 NBA draft prospects of the 2018 NBA draft. We're gonna get this done in under 10 minutes, so let's get right to it. So here are the players ranked 1 to 10. So there's a lot of surprises here. The biggest riser is Mohamed Bamba, who I had ranked number 11 before the combine, and I moved him up all the way to number 2 on second evaluation. Here are the reasons for that. Number 1, he has a 7'10" wingspan. That's just ridiculous. Number 2, his defensive potential is ridiculous. But really, number 3, when I analyzed his offensive game a second time, it wasn't necessarily as far behind as I thought it was. He has a soft shooting touch. He has a lot to work on offensively, but it's not so much of a liability where it's going to completely hinder his game. I've said on this channel before, he can pretty much be Rudy Gobert with a jump shot. If he continues to work on his game, I think that even though he does have a little bit of a floor, his ceiling is so high right now that I've moved him up ridiculously on my big board. I do believe that he is a top 5 prospect on second evaluation, and because of his ridiculously high ceiling, I could definitely see a team taking a chance on him, even as high as number 2 at this point. Also, Zhaire Smith, number 5. This will probably be a surprise to a lot of people watching my channel for the first time. I made a complete video on why I am this high on Zhaire Smith. Make sure to check that out. To round out the top 10, not too many surprises. I'm high on Trae Young. I'm high on Marvin Bagley. Look at this, 11 through 20. We have an RKO out of nowhere. Donte DiVincenzo jumps all the way up to number 12, right behind his teammate Mikal Bridges. Donte DiVincenzo had an absolutely ridiculous combine with a 42-inch vertical jump. He can do a 360 backflip over a Range Rover. He showed court awareness. What I saw in that national championship game, it was enough for me to see that this guy has a sleeping giant inside of him. I'm a little bit higher on Troy Brown than most scouts are, but other than that, not too many surprises here right now. So let's move on to 21 to 30. All right, so we've got some combine warriors here. Josh Okogie, who had an excellent combine, and you can see me go more into detail on that in my top 10 combine performances, but Josh Okogie jumps into my top 30, and there is a very good chance he goes in the first round now. Jevon Carter, Kevin Huerter also had really solid combines, but I was also really solid on them even before the combine, and I had them both as top 30 players even before the combine. I think Jevon Carter is the best defensive point guard to enter the draft in a very, very, very long time. Even despite his age and maybe his offensive limitations, that is just too good to pass up. I think he should be a first-round pick, and I think he would be a good fit for a team like the Warriors as Stephen Curry's backup. Kevin Huerter, nice size, NBA-ready shooting range. I think he should be a first-round pick as well. Again, it's just the draft is really deep, so we'll see what happens. 31 to 40. We've got some players who are on the rise here. Grayson Allen, ridiculous athleticism. I think what the combine did for him was solidify that he's not going to fall past like the early second round either. I don't think there will be a free fall with Grayson Allen. I also think he still can go in the first round. Elie Okobo, a French point guard who recently scored over 40 points in a French game within the last week. He's got nice size, he's got nice athleticism, and he's got nice basketball IQ. He is on the rise. I've got him up to number 32 right now. He could potentially even rise further. I like his game. I think that he could potentially be a first-round pick. A couple of other players who did nice at the combine. Kevin Hervey from UT Arlington. I had him as a top 50 player before the combine. He showed nice size and shooting range. He showed that he can be a nice role player. I moved him up. I think he can be an early second round pick, potentially late first if an RKO out of nowhere happened. Also, DeAnthony Melton, who didn't play at USC last year, but showed at the combine that he has nice all-around game. He has nice hustle. I moved him up a lot, and I think that he will likely be picked in the 31 to 40 range. All right, let's go to 41 to 50. Jordan Brangers, a player I am sure most of you have not heard of. He was the #1 ranked JUCO player this past season. He's about 6'2", 6'3". He's a point guard. I am sure you haven't heard of him, but I have him ranked number 42, and here's why. He has a game really similar to Stephen Curry's, and it is ready for the NBA. He pulls up from three from like 30 feet, and he makes them consistently. He shot 46% from the three-point line this past season. That is ridiculous. I watched tape of him. His game is NBA ready. And also, from seeing his social media, he has the right mindset. He is putting in work every single day. I really like this guy. He is 23, so I don't have him as a first-round pick, but I absolutely think teams should really take a look at this guy in the second round. 51 to 60, we've got a couple of movers. Kostas Antetokounmpo. I had him ranked about 77 before the combine. He showed nice potential at the combine. He played 2 scrimmage games. In his second scrimmage game, he actually played really good, and he showed a lot of potential. I think a team will take a flyer on him in the mid to late second round. He likely needs a year in the G League, but I think a year in the G League would probably do more for his development than going back to Dayton. PJ Washington from Kentucky. I liked what I saw out of him. Maybe he should go back another year, but I think he did play well enough to where he could possibly be a second round pick at least. I liked what I saw from him. 61 to 70. Here's where we're getting to the point where it's the late second round undrafted players. Carson Edwards from Purdue. I like his game. I think he has potential. I liked his highlights when watching him. I just think he should go back another year. Udoka Azubuike. He scored 13 points in the 1 scrimmage game he played. He has nice size, he has nice potential. I think that he should go back another year at Kansas. Number 71 to 80, not much to say here. I like DJ Hogg. I think he's like a mini Aaron Gordon without the athleticism. He has nice shooting range, nice basketball IQ. I think a year in the G League for him would have him NBA ready by 2019-2020. 81 to 90, a couple of players here. I really like Billy Preston from the very little I saw of him. There are a lot of unknown factors here, but as you see with maybe a player like Mitchell Robinson, sometimes being unknown can be better for you. He set out of the scrimmages because of this. He might move up by the time the draft comes along. Lindell Wigington. I like him from Iowa State, sort of like Carson Edwards. I just think he should go back another year. Also, Mature Maker, the younger brother of Thon Maker. Anytime you have NBA genes, it's time to take a look. He's a little bit different than Thon. He's more of a playmaker, but he is a player with 6'10" playmaking skills. It's just a lot of other areas of his game need work. Finally, 91 to 100. First, Mike Daum from South Dakota State. Unique player, smart basketball IQ, nice size, nice shooting range. He could be a sleeper. Also, a player I have ranked lower than most big boards is Mr. Diallo, who I have ranked at number 100. I think he has a lot to work on, but I'd love to see him prove me wrong. Thank you so much for joining us. I wanted to do this out in nature because I was really excited about this. We're going to be doing a lot of draft coverage. We've got #InfiniteRank going on. We're ranking the top 120 players in the NBA for 2017-2018, including the playoffs. Right now, we have all of the players ranked 102 to 120 currently up. I'm really excited about it. And we will be starting the top 100 very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure to subscribe for more content. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day.